and you just want to go by G on the show, right?
You can call me G. You can call me Janita. You can call me G the Triple Threat. You call me Janita's fine.
Okay, I just want to make sure because some people like to go by a certain name, you know, for other people.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I might slip up. I'm so used to calling you Janita. I know I'm gonna slip up and say it.
It's okay. That's fine. Oh, we live on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're gonna be ready in 1 minute. Okay. All right. You're listening to the new WCEG Network on WCEGTalkRadio.com. Click Livestream tab or watch us live on SmartTV and YouTube at WCEG Network. I'm Wardell Richardson, your host for the next hour right here on WCEGWood The Hollywood of the South. We're your worldwide community empowerment group where we speak life into the community. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and on Instagram at WCEG_talk_radio. That's WCEG_talk_radio. And at WCEG Network. That's WCEG Network. Last but not least, the topic and opinions are those of the show hosts and guests and not those of WCEG. Thank you for your continued support. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you can get on YouTube, you know, it's the best thing ever. You go on YouTube. If you want to see this show right on your live stream TV, go on YouTube, click on WCEG Network, and you can watch us live right on the show. It's going to be great. Now, before I introduce to you my fabulous, my wonderful guest that I have. I've been wanting to get this woman on for a minute. She's all the way out there in Kansas City. So, you know, she's very talented. I'm very excited to bring her on. But before I get to her, I just want to, once again, because I do this every week, the WCEG sends our condolences out to all the people who lost someone due to the coronavirus. It's been a tragic year. Since 2020 came in, it has been an absolute tragic year. So there is so much to talk about, so many things going on, but that's not what the show is going to be about today. But I am going to touch on a few things. First of all, once again, we want to apologize. I mean, we want to tell everyone who's been a victim of the coronavirus that we send our condolences out to you. It's been a horrible time. It's to lose someone that's close to you because of this virus is very tragic, and our condolences once again are sent to you. Last but not least, I want to touch a little bit on the police brutality that's been going on right now. Every state has been doing protests. It's been all over the TV, all over the news, all over social media. What's going on with police brutality has been going on for years. And now everything is in broad daylight. People can see it. You can actually, if your radio is turned, if your screen is turned up, can you turn it down? Because we can hear your feedback. Janita?
Yes.
We can hear your feedback on your computer. And so we want to, I want to just touch on police brutality right now, real quick. When we do our protest, please just make it a protest. You know, don't make it something violent. Don't make it something that can hurt other people, because that's not what we're about. There have been some riots, and not that I condone any violence or anything. We are tired, period. We're just tired. And a lot of us act out and react on just lashing out when there's nothing else to do. I don't condone any kind of violence, but please understand that these are tragic times. The way that George Floyd, the way that he died was just horrific. You know, he literally was murdered in broad daylight on social media. The world could see him die right there in front of everyone. And there was no reason for it. He was handcuffed, laying face down on the ground. There was no reason for that. So when you see something like that, and you know that it's happening to our race, our Black men, it breaks you down inside. And I need people to understand that that is something that is very hard to deal with on a day-by-day basis. I have grown up here in Atlanta. I have been pulled over for no reason. Car been ransacked through by cops for no reason, because it was a sports car, because I was in a luxury vehicle. It's assumed that you're a drug dealer. I've never sold drugs in my life. I just work hard and do the best I can to live the best life I can. But some people don't like to see that. And until people realize and understand that you have a responsibility, that police officers have a responsibility, the people above the police officers have a responsibility. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to be able to move forward. No one is going to be able to get through this until people start taking responsibilities. One way to get through this, number one, we need more Black people in office. We need more Black people in office that are going to do the right things and make and help pass bills, and for Black people to be able to move forward in life and be able to be treated fairly. Because it's an unjust system. It really is. And until you realize and be in our shoes, you will never know what we go through and what we feel daily. So please, everyone, please take heed to that. Please understand that there's a situation out here. It's not there's a situation out here that is killing us Black men. And we have to find a way to come together to fight this and get above this, period. So I'm not gonna get deep into this. That's gonna be a whole nother show. I want everyone to just, keep just be in prayer for what's going on, if you can. If be a voice, especially if you're on social media and you have thousands and thousands and thousands of followers, be a voice. Let people know what's going on, and don't be afraid to tell your side and how you feel about what's going on and your experiences about what's going on, because this is really happening. It's really happening right now. I never thought that I'd be at a time in my life where I'm experiencing what's going on, but it's going on, and there's no way around it. It's going on. So, stay in prayer for this situation and find a way to be a voice in this situation. The more voices that we have, the more power that we have. That's all I can say about it. Now, the next thing I want to say, before I'm about to bring my guest Janita on, the triple threat. And G, before I get started, do you have something going on in the background? Like you have a volume up on the computer or anything like that? A TV on or something or a computer? Because we can hear feedback coming from somewhere.
You're hearing feedback.
Yeah.
Like a TV or something talking.
Like a TV or something talking, like I can hear. Is your computer turned up?
Tell me if you hear anything now.
I don't. It's gone.
It's
gone.
No,
I still hear a little bit of feedback. I can hear myself talking back.
Okay, maybe I'll take you off. Maybe I'll take you off my Bluetooth. Let's try that.
Okay.
Because I can hear it.
Yeah. Mm. Can you hear me okay?
How does that sound?
Oh, that is so much better. Yeah, it's gone. Okay.
It's gone.
Yes, it's gone. Like whenever you talk, we can hear the feedback coming. It was like I can hear myself talk back.
Understandable.
So yeah. So I have the lovely Janita G, the triple threat, on the call. I've been wanting to get you on for a minute, right? I've been wanting to get you on for a minute because you are just an amazing person. Like you have great energy to start with.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. You're very talented. You know, I've been sitting here Googling you and everything. I've been looking at all kind of stuff. So I want people to understand, because I wanted to put out there what it is you do, but then I said, no, I'm going to bring that all in on the show so people can know firsthand what it is that you do. But before we get to that point, give us a little bit of backstory about who you are, where you from, and how you got where you are today.
Of course, and I'd like to start by thanking you for having me on the show. You and Penny, I appreciate that. And before I actually get going, did Penny send me over anything for the Facebook Live? I was going to try and pull it up, but I don't know if I can pull it up.
She was trying to get the sound going, so you'll be able to do it here.
So we'll do that. Okay. All right. No problem. Okay. So again, thank you for having me. So just a little background. My full name is Janita McCullough, and I go by Janita. I also go by G, the triple threat. I do several things, actually. I sing, I dance, I act, so I kind of do it all.
Now, when you say sing, act, and dance, I just want to clarify that, ladies and gentlemen, when you say dance here in Georgia, I want people to understand you are a professional dancer. You know, so ladies and gentlemen of Atlanta, she is a professional dancer. Okay, go ahead.
That's right. I am a professional dancer. You know, what's interesting is I actually never took a dance class.
Really?
So I basically, I lost my mom when I was 15 years of age. And that's tough for anyone. And basically, I turned to dance. I needed some type of an outlet. I needed, something that made me smile, made me happy. And dance did just that pretty much. I would come home from school and I would, look at Janet, I'd look at Michael and I'd mimic their moves. And I started, getting it all down pretty much. And that's kind of how I got going in the performing aspect. But yeah, I'm from Kansas City. I'll give you a little background about me. I'm getting into the performing already, but I'm from Kansas City, Kansas, because we got to make that clear. There is Kansas City, Missouri, and then there's Kansas City, Kansas, and we clash, let me tell you. So I'm from the dot, Wine dot, the dot. but still love for Kansas City, Missouri as well. We're not far from each other, but I am born and raised in the Kansas City area, Midwest.
Now, how is it out there? Is it a lot of entertainment out there? Is it like, how is it? I've never been there. I've never been to Kansas.
So it's not Atlanta, but I think we're coming up. I mean, people are really starting to hear about Kansas. I mean, it didn't help that we are the Super Bowl champs here in Kansas City. We did win the Super Bowl. Hey.
You just had to bring that up. Okay.
I had to bring that up. But, it's funny. I think a lot of people, they associate us with, the Wizard of Oz. And I get people ask me, oh, there's Toto out there. Have you seen Dorothy? Just making light. But it's nothing like that. I mean, we've came up. It's a lot of things going on in Kansas City. A lot of music, things to do, venues. But, I love Kansas City. I love my hometown. Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, I mean, you doing your thing and you grew up there, so obviously you got it from somewhere.
Indeed.
Now, what did you start with first? Because you, like you say, you're a triple threat, you're actress, singer, dancer. What was the first thing that you got into?
Interesting enough, I started with the dance. Like I said, I would, just practice and perfect my dancing. I'd come home and I just sit and watch TV, and I was in awe with Janet and Michael. They are amazing. I have so much respect for them. So I love the way the dancing looked. I would practice, and I would, implement everything they were doing. And I got the name Little Janet pretty much. I started doing talent shows.
Really?
And I'd bring in a few guy dancers with me, and we'd do like the Miss You Much routine with the chairs and the hats, and people just got a kick out of it. People got a kick out of it. And I started, you can just tell when people really enjoy what you're doing, that's what you should be doing. So I just honed in on it, and I just kept going. And in high school, I got involved in acting, theater. I would do forensics. I would do theater and plays. I was the lead in most of all my plays. So I started doing that. And then I just wanted to kind of take it to the next level. And I said, well, let's add in the singing. So I started working on that. And me and Janet's vocals are, fairly close as far as the sound. And so
this was just pretty much made for you to be. It seemed like it was just made. It was organically made for you to take on that role, because you have the moves, so you're dancing, and then you say, okay, so now you got to add the vocals to it, and you started singing, and you say y'all sound almost just alike. And you honestly do, because when I hear you sing, I'm like, man, she sounds just like her.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you for that. So all love. That's sweet. Yeah, it just, years of practice and just determination in it. Because, you just don't do Janet. Like, you just saying, okay, I'm going to do Janet. That's just, it takes work. It takes practice. People don't realize how much practice goes into it. After I went to college, K-State, Kansas State Wildcats, yay, in Manhattan, Kansas, I did some shows there, and then I came back to Kansas City, and I would start getting booked for gigs. I worked at a place called Woody South in North Kansas City, Missouri. I did some shows for them there, doing my Janet tributes. I did some things at a place called Woody's North, Woody's South. I did Funky Town. And then I started collaborating with some dancers, and we did some opening. We opened up for the Isley Brothers. I actually got an opportunity to open up for Jimmy Walker, which was so fitting, from Penny and Times and stuff like that. Right. So I'll never forget that. So that was pretty awesome. So I opened up for Jimmy Walker. I actually got to meet Jimmy Walker, and I'll never forget it. But yeah, I definitely started with the dancing. then the acting, and then I brought the singing in to just kind of round off my show.
Okay, and to prepare for a show, because I already know Janet Jackson, before she does a show, her rehearsals are brutal, and they're months and months of rehearsing. How was it in preparing? Did you have the same rehearsal? Like, did you rehearse kind of the same way? Did you have weeks and weeks of rehearsals or months of rehearsal? Like, how was your rehearsal schedule?
Yeah, so I rehearse, generally we rehearse 3 times a week or so,
Okay.
for a weekend show. So pretty grueling, but fun. You know that the audience is gonna love it. I love getting on that stage. I love the stage. So being in front of people and seeing their reaction and loving what I do, it makes me so happy. But yeah, I mean, we rehearse, I rehearse 3 to 4 times, a week for that show. I'm a gym rat, so I'm always in the gym working out,
Yeah,
building up my
definitely
stamina
see
and my
that.
endurance, those muscles.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
you.
like get the muscles going. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot. You want to have your cardio together. You want to have your moves. And I'm a perfectionist, so I tend to practice at crazy times of the nights. I'm up working on my dancing and perfecting my craft and making sure the moves stick, making sure they look good. They
Right, right.
feel good. So yeah, a lot of preparation, a lot of eating right, diet, all that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
A lot of work.
you went serious with this thing. Like you was almost like Janet Jackson herself.
Uh,
Like doing the doing the diets, doing the workout, making sure you have the stamina to stay. Cause were you doing like long sets when you were on stage, or
yeah,
because
it depends on what the show calls for.
okay,
If it's a 30-minute show, if it's an hour show, if it's a 2 to 3 song set show, it just depends. But it's full energy, full on dance, costumes, outfit, lights, all that. You get
and
a full show.
how many people are on stage with you when you do the performance?
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Wendell?
How many people
Wardell.
are on
I'm sorry,
stage?
Wardell.
That's right. How many people are on stage with you when you do the performance?
It varies. Sometimes I do solo shows and it's just me. And then if I'm doing, I've done a lot of stuff, where there's 2 or 3 dancers that back me up that are on stage with me. So 2 to 3 generally is tops. I don't
Okay.
think I've had more than 2 or 3 on stage with me at a time. So yeah.
And what was the process of choosing your dancers? Because to do a Janet Jackson routine is very, very energetic. Her routines are energetic, top
Sure.
notch, and you have to match that in order to even be close. So, and you do it. I mean, you kill it. So, what was the process in choosing who gets to perform with you?
Well, luckily, when certain venues that I do, they may have dancers, and then I may come in as just an added act into the show. So they're already choreographed professional dancers that know what they're doing. So I come in and I teach them a routine, and then we just jive together. We practice it. We get the moves down. We perfect it till it's right. And I probably can be a little tough on them, but that's just, I mean, if we're going to do it, we got to do it full out. We got to
Right.
do it, full show. We want people to love it. We want people to come back and continue to see it. There's
Absolutely.
nothing like having people come to see your show from out of town. And then they say, oh, okay, just to know people are coming from far away to see what you do is huge. It's just the best feeling in the world. But yeah, process. And there are some people that I have chose because I have seen them perform. I look for style. I look for excitement.
Right.
There's certain things in dance that you can't teach. You either have it or you don't.
Exactly.
And I can tell when some people hit the stage and when I see them perform, if it's, you know, if they're going to be able to work with me, and, you know, how well we're going to be able to make the show, you know, an amazing show. So
now, have you ever gotten a chance to like meet Janet herself?
no, not yet. Not yet, Wardell, but it's going to happen. It is going to happen. I am counting down the days. Oh my gosh. No, not yet. I'm so disappointed because, as you know, everything's on hold right now due to
Right.
COVID. So she was planning on touring this year. And of course, I think that's off the table right now, unfortunately. So my goal was to, you know, meet her this year. It was like, okay, I got to do it. I have to do it this year. But, you know, it just gives me more time for next year because she will reschedule. It's just postponed right now.
You should do a video and send it to her. Like, I think she would love it. Like, just, you know, a little commercial, or not commercial, but a video showing you performing and just talking about how much you would love doing it or whatnot, and send it to her. I guarantee you she'll respond. I guarantee you.
I know. So I've actually done a few videos. Actually, I've taken a lot of my performances, combined them. I've sent them to her, and it's tough. You know, she's getting who knows how many, you know, videos a day from people. But it's not going to stop me. I'm still going to do it, and it's just going to take that right person to see it and to send it to her. I watch a few of her dancers on Instagram. I follow them. So I'll send them like a video, you know, say, hey, send this to Janet, you know, make sure Janet sees this. You know, I've even sent some stuff to like Jackie, her
Okay,
brother.
you've done your due diligence.
Yeah. So it's all about getting it in the right hands, and it will happen. I believe it. It's just it has to happen. Like it just has to. So just has to.
It will. Now, what has been your best time doing it, and what's been the most challenging time doing it? Either one, whichever one you want to go first.
Yeah, so I think the best time is just God gives everyone a gift. And I think that is my gift, to perform, to inspire people, to, you know, just show people something different than what they, you know, than what they've ever seen. And I pride myself on that. I love the stage. I love performing. There's no amount of words or probably money that I could put in to show, like when you see someone cheering you on and happy for you and rooting you on, it's just, you can't put a price tag on it because it's just something special that you've been given. So I feel like I need to share my gift with the world. The toughest part, you know, it's a business, and just things that, you know, happen behind the scenes that people don't know about.
Right.
That's probably just, you know, the toughest part, you know, landing gigs, you know, deciding on this, you know, pay structure, who you're going to perform for, just kind of the ugly parts of the business, because it is a business.
Right.
But it takes a lot of work, and I think it takes a certain person to have the right mindset to do this, because it's not easy. But I'm thankful to be able to share my talents with the world. I have so many things to show people that I'm, you know, working on, that I think they'll be really impressed. They'll be really impressed. They'll be excited.
I'm sure. Like you a handful of talent. So
well, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's so sweet.
Now, moving forward to thank you very much. Moving forward to your acting.
Yes.
How has that been going for you? Like what has been some of the highlights of your acting career that you've been doing?
So again, I did a lot of theater in high school, and then when I came out of high school, I actually did a play at the Westport Coffee House, which was incredible. And I just love to act. So now I'm working on some you guys will see. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff on Facebook, Instagram, and that's another thing. Follow me on Facebook under Geneva McCullough. You can follow me on Instagram, the Triple Threat. So it's the letter G, THA, Triple Threat. YouTube, Twitter. I'm not really as much as on Twitter as I should be, but so I'm going to be posting some acting things that I've been working on that are really intense. I think they're going to blow people away. I want to get into film more. I want to do more movies. I want to, land some gigs, some roles, some acting gigs.
Is that a hint to me? Is that a hint to me?
That's a hint to this man right here. So yes, I do. I love it. I love acting, and it's I've been doing that for a long time. It's hard though. You have to memorize lines. You pretty much have to memorize everybody's script to know when your line's coming up. But I love it. Hopefully after everything gets all settled down, I'll be able to.
Well, see, the best thing about you is you've done theater. Theater, to me, theater is the hardest thing to do. If you master theater, film is a piece of cake. So, because theater is, once you hit that stage, there is no cut, there is no start over, there is no anything. It's go. So with film, you say, oh, cut, let's start over and do the whole scene over again. So
yeah, exactly. You know how hard it is. It takes time. I mean, it's prep. It's a lot of hours. The finished product looks beautiful, but people don't realize what you go to get to that point. What you have to go through to get to. People are going through things. People are dealing with things in their family. People's minds are. It's just but they see the finished product and everybody's like, oh, that's what I want to do. But it's like when you realize what actually goes into it, it's a lot of work. But
what you just said is exactly why I do this show, because there's a lot of aspects to film, just like it is to theater. And what people don't understand is it's a lot of components to film that makes one good picture.
Correct.
People don't understand that one 30-second scene probably took 4 or 5 hours to shoot.
Correct. Exactly.
And so
you got it.
Right. And it's a lot of time and effort that goes into filming. It's hours of footage, shooting from different angles, facial expressions, movement. All of that is part of film, which is why I love it, because I love to challenge myself and I love to be something that I'm not in real life. I love to, in film, you can be whatever you want to be,
Whatever you want to be. That's what I love. It's your opportunity to just act out, to just, and I just, I don't know, I'm a goof. I love playing pranks on people and having fun, and I have a funny side too. So yeah, acting just goes hand in hand with what I do. So
right. So so have you ever thought of doing a one-woman show? Have you ever thought about doing something like that?
Yes. I have. And I kid you not.
You fit the person that would do something like that.
I kid you not. I did a play for a gentleman by the name of Jason Vivoni. And I reached out to him and I said, Jason, I think it would be so wonderful if we did a one-woman show. And he was like, do you? I was like, yes, I think it would be original. I could do it. Because in the play that I did at the Westport Coffee House, I actually played like 2 different people.
Right.
So I was like, yes, you read my mind. I do want to do that. And a good friend of mine, he did it. His name is Kelvin Blunt, Los Angeles, California, Kelvin. He did a show like that. And I didn't get to see it because I was here in Kansas City, but he did a one-man show I heard was phenomenal. But yes, I do. That is a goal of mine coming up. So yes, just hit it, Wardell.
But that you fit the mold of a person who would do a show like that, because it takes a special type of woman or man to do a one-man show, a one-woman show. But it's a lot of aspects to it. It's a lot of time, and you have to be a lot of different things all at one time. And because you're so talented in a lot of different areas,
thank you.
You have a wide range of playing field, really. You have a huge playing field. So I look forward to it. If you do it, I will fly out there to see it.
You'll fly out to see me?
Yes, I
now
will
that
come out to
means
see
a lot.
that.
That means a lot because you are amazing. And
Yeah,
I've seen some of your work. So thank you for that. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, and I'm working on a lot of things. So trust and believe we gonna work together somewhere along the line. Just guaranteed it's gonna happen.
Somewhere along the lines, it's gonna happen.
Guaranteed.
I believe it. I appreciate that. Yes, I love it. So
now, you had a chance to perform in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Now you gotta tell us about that because that's a one in a lifetime opportunity to be able to do something. Because I thought when I asked you, like, what was one of the greatest time, one of your greatest moments, I thought you were going to say, oh, Las Vegas, hands down.
Yeah, and you know what? Well, my mind was on something else, is what it was. But no, that Vegas was huge. I had the opportunity to open up for a gentleman by the name of Justin Dean, who's an amazing. One of the best I've seen, Michael Jackson, tribute artist. And we had been talking for a little bit, and we finally were able to work it out and make it happen. And I went to Vegas and I opened up for him. I mean, it wasn't on the Strip per se, it wasn't in the biggest, hotel. It was at the Freedom Center, I do believe the name is, which is in Henderson, which is right off the Strip.
Right.
Maybe 15 minutes or so from the Strip, but it was amazing. Yeah, I wake up in the mornings and I say, man, not everybody can say they played Vegas. So
exactly, that's my whole point.
That's huge. That's huge. So I want to be like on the billboard, like in Vegas, with my picture and Janet tribute artist. You never stop dreaming, and you never give up because you never know what can happen to you. So it was great. It was awesome. I took so many videos. I put some video up on mine. It was an amazing experience. I'll never forget it. But hey, it's gonna happen again. It's just in due time. It's gonna happen again. So.
Oh yeah. I definitely can see you being up on the billboard somewhere. That's gonna happen. This hands down. That's gonna happen.
Yes, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Be up on a billboard.
So doing what you do. What is your next? Because I know you already mentioned you got some things coming up. You're trying to be all secretive and all that kind of stuff, but you got to shed a little light on something. What are some of the big things you got coming up? Because you got quite a few things coming up.
Gosh, I can't give them away, Wardell.
You can't give them away. Okay, just a little nugget. That's all. Just you don't have to give the description of it. Just say, look, I got.
Okay. Well, you know what? I actually do. One of the things that I'm working on right now is music. So I'm doing some Janet tracks, and I'm working on some of my own tracks.
Oh, I was going to ask you that.
So,
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah. So I'm really excited. My niece, her name is Toyana, and she actually did a hook on a track for me. So I'll be putting that out here in the next week or so. She's an amazing rapper. And I wanted her to give me just something kind of different and genuine on this Janet track that I was doing. So she wrote her hook and she put it on there, and it's great. It's catchy. It's moving. I'll likely be coming up in a video here in a little bit. I'm going to be the girl in the video. Hey.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to rap. in a rap video. So you'll be most likely seeing me in that coming up soon. And just, practicing more on this dance stuff. There's so many other things I want to do, so many different styles of dance I want to bring to the table and share with the world. So yeah, we're going to be hitting that acting up. Y'all going to be seeing a lot of that. You're going to be seeing me doing more music. You're going to be seeing me doing more performing. And yeah, the sky is the limit. We aren't talking, and I'm losing my earring. How about that?
Absolutely. That's the only way. The sky's the limit. So I'm so glad you touched on that. So are you looking to do your own original album at all?
Yeah, so the thing is I don't write. Honestly, I'm not a writer. But I've had people reach out to me saying that they would like to write music for me. So yes, yes, indeed, I'm all for it. Let's do it. Let's try it out. I love doing the Janet stuff, but I also want to broaden my horizons, and I want to show people that not only can I just do that, but I can also do this as well. So I think it's something, great to add, to my performing, to my show, so they can see not only, oh, she can do this, but oh, she can do that too. And then she's, she does this area and this. So yeah, it's just widen it up and broaden it, and who knows what can happen. So yeah, for
sure. And so you don't write, but you got people going to write for you who want to write for you, original music and stuff. So it's safe to say that there's a possibility that somewhere down the line you could do maybe a album of your own, just maybe somewhere down the line.
Somewhere down the line, we're gonna hear what? What'd you say?
You may be somewhere down the line. You may do an album of your own, like your own original music.
Right.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
And I'll have to have you. Will you do the honor of giving me the title of my album?
Oh, no problemo.
No problem.
No problemo.
Okay.
I think it's because you have, even though I know you say you sound like Janet when you sing her music and stuff, you still have a slight unique voice that's a tad bit different than her voice. So I think that, you can bring something a little bit different. And I think it'll be an awesome album, honestly, because you're a great singer, great performer, and you've already done the other half before the album. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you've already had you know what I mean? So
that's
it's just
right.
You've had How long have you been doing this now? The Janet Jackson dance routine.
So I started doing Janet when I was about 14.
Okay.
15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So and I'm 22 now. So
okay.
that so not long. not long, but long enough to perfect it. No, but for a long time, that's what I love the most is when people come up to me and they say, I'm so proud of you because you've never given up on what you wanted to do. You've always, kept your mind on that, stay focused, you gave your, life, to perform and everything like that. So yeah, I've been doing this for over 20 years. A long time. But you know what? Every year I've learned so much from it. I can take so many things away from it, like good and bad, because it's always something, but you just keep your mind focused and stay on what you should be doing, and good things are going to happen. But yeah, I got so many things. Make sure you guys tune in on Instagram and Facebook. I'm going to be doing so many things. I have this cool monologue acting thing that I think people are really, really going to like. I don't want to give it away, but I think they're really going to like it. They're really going to like it.
And so what is if you had, what is your ultimate dream thing to do when it comes to this? Like if somebody called you today and said, listen, we want you to do this, what would be that thing that you want to happen out of this that would just take you just completely over the roof?
You know, I just, I'm all about work. I have a strong work ethic and I'm willing to put in the work. And, there are things that I won't do, there are things I will do. So, anyone who's, wanting to work with me and, their mind is in the same mindset that, that mine is, let's do it. I mean, let's go. I just want to be able to do everything that I love. If I could do it on a daily basis, I'm happy. If I'm performing, if I'm singing, if I'm dancing, I just want to be that person that people say, man, she started here, she came from the Midwest and she never gave up on what she wanted to do. And she's successful. And, success can be defined in so many different ways. But I just want to be able to just keep doing this for as long as I can do it. I just want to continue to be able to give people, my performing and my acting and show them, how much I love it. And that's
one thing I have to say is that I do admire you for the fact that you're in Kansas. You don't hear a whole lot about Kansas, but you've made your career doing that successful in Kansas. So you definitely had to stay, you definitely couldn't give up, because I'm sure there was some times in the past where you were just like, man, this, it's just not working. It's not working the way I want it to work. But you kept going and you kept going and you kept pushing and you kept pushing. And now you're pretty much, they know you around Kansas, don't they?
They know me around Kansas. my name has got out in Kansas for sure. Yeah, indeed. And that's the thing. And you don't, and that's, I love hearing stories like that. I love hearing stories about people who, came from where, nothing was popping or nothing was going on. And then they made something out of their situation. And I say, you don't have to have it all figured out. We don't have it all figured out, but you start and then everything will come together. I believe God puts certain people in your life for a reason. I always say that everyone in your life is in your life for a reason, and they're in your life to help you. And you may have people in your life and you don't even realize it, but down the line, they're going to be able to do so many things for you that you didn't even understand, but they were put in your life for that reason. So yeah, so you just keep pushing. You just keep pushing and believe in you. Believe in who you are. You don't listen to anybody. I had someone tell me, I'll never forget, I had a girl tell me, and it sticks with me every day. And every time I hit the stage, I think about it. I was in an elevator and I knew her. She worked with me, and she said, she told me, she said, don't you think it's time to give this up?
What?
And yeah, and it was like, I was like, it stuck with me. So every time I hit the stage, or she made some type of notation about, basically, are you going to stop, or when are you going to stop this? But that's just jealousy. That's just hate.
Right.
But I'll never forget that. And that fuels me, because it's like,
I was just going to say, I love when people say stuff like that. I love it. Because I say this all the time. If you don't have haters, you're doing the wrong thing.
Correct.
If you don't have somebody, right, because whenever you doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to have somebody that's going to have something to say. It's just the way it is. It's going to always be that way. You're going to have somebody who's either jealous or they want to be where you are. Correct. And so they find a way to try to destroy your mental, and when people try to do that, I love it, because I'm just like, okay, I appreciate that. I'm right where I need to be.
Yeah, that's right. I need to be. And it fuels you. Like, it fuels me. It's like, oh, I'm going to show you, oh, you just wait. And that's what I do. So when I hit the stage and I'm hitting my moves, and I'm doing my intricate moves, and I'm performing, and I see these people, I'm just like, no, I'm right where I need to be. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be doing this.
Right.
I'm supposed to, inspire people. I'm supposed to show people that you never give up. Everything I've gone through, from the loss of my mom to, just life. I say life happens, but you still stay, you stay focused, and you keep pushing, and you can do anything you want to do. It's just up here. It's right there. It's right there. It's the mindset. So I'm with you.
How was your support system? Like, how close were you with your mom? And did she support you doing everything that you're doing?
So she did. My mom, I'll just say she was an amazing person. She had the voice of a bird. She had a beautiful voice, and I didn't say this, but I'm gonna let you guys know I'm a PK, so I am a preacher's kid. How about
what?
that?
What?
I'm a preacher's kid.
You know what they say about preacher's kids.
I know. But no, I'm a preacher's kid. So I grew up, and I probably didn't touch on this, but I grew up in the church. So I grew up singing in the church. But no, my mom, yeah, she was supportive. I have the best support system. I'm going to give a shout out to my family right now. My aunt, who actually took me in when I lost my mom when I was 15. I'm getting emotional.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up like to get you emotional or anything.
Yeah, so she took me in. I have an amazing sister, Karen. I have an amazing daughter, my niece, Toyana, Naisha, Antonio. Let's see, my mom.
Yeah, see, you start naming people, you're going to have to name them all now.
Nevaeh, Ricky, Robert, Chris. But no, I've had my aunt would take me to all my practices. My forensics, my shows that I did that I was booked at, she'd take me, she'd pick me up. I mean, I would be working during school, working on my plays and theater and my routines and everything. And she was there. So they supported me 100%. And I wouldn't have been able to do anything without her. And I love her. And no, it's all good. It's all good. But yes, my mom, I have a very, very, very amazing support system. So friends, loved ones.
Because I know people. The reason I asked that question is because I have friends that, they go through a lot, and I have one particular friend who's a model, and her family just doesn't support her at all. They don't think being a model is going to take you anywhere, and she talks to me about this all the time, and I just don't even know what to say, because one thing that a person wants is for their family to believe in them. It don't matter, as long as you're doing something positive. You're not out selling drugs. You're not you're not out doing something positive that you want to do, that makes you happy. So I don't understand the reason why someone would not want to support that.
I don't either, and that's a very good question, because I think your success can be determined by your atmosphere and what you're around. If you have someone supporting you like that, then you will go further, because they're going to push you, so just that drive. So it's very important. And I'm sorry to hear about your friend who doesn't have that support, but it means a lot. And I've been blessed in that area of my life. So indeed.
And it shows, because you have a great energy. Like, that's the one thing I know is when we met on social media.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
did. I just happened to look and see what you were doing, and I just love what you were doing, and we started networking, and we are here right now. So
see, look at that, and look at us right here.
And we're gonna be doing some work together in film, things like that. So, I feel like when things are meant to be, and I'm a very religious guy, so I know God is gonna place you and put you in a position to move you forward if you where you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? So I definitely feel like you're walking in your purpose. And that's an awesome thing.
That's a beautiful statement. That is so beautiful. And you're right. I feel like I am indeed. I'm definitely walking in my, and the best is yet to come. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Nothing yet. We ain't stopping. We just gonna keep giving it to you. Keep giving it to you. But that's
right.
I love what you just said, Wardell. That's beautiful. Indeed.
Well, thank you. You know, sometimes you can just tell. You know what I mean? It's when you meet people, and you know you can just feel the energy from them. And I have not ever met this. I think this is the first time we actually saw each other live.
It is. It is. I mean, we talk and we're talking on the phone and we're talking on,
Right.
but you're right. You're right. It's the first time. But I felt a good energy from you. You know, your head is in the right place. You're very talented. You're very respectful.
Right. Thank you.
I admire everything you do. So yes,
I appreciate it. And we and as a result, you know, I look at everything and I'm like, you know, sometimes when you meet people, there's, like you said earlier, there's a reason behind everything. And so I definitely know that we're gonna do some work together in the future. We have to. That's just mandatory. So that's
right. We have to.
That's just a done deal. Because you know I have a lot getting ready to go on this. As soon as this Corona situation, I just hope, I pray that we get through this whole episode of everything that's going on, because it has totally threw everybody off. 2020 has been a very challenging year for a lot of people, but I'm blessed to still be here and be able to do this show and be able to interview you and, you know, be able to put you out here on the platform so people can know who you are, because we got you. You know, they know you over there in the Midwest, but I want you to be known over here on the East side. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I want to be known over there on the East side. I've not visited Atlanta, and I cannot wait to.
You got to come.
I've heard so many things, and I think, yes, I can't thank you enough for having me on the show and putting my name out there and supporting me, because that's what we have to do. I mean, we have to support each other, you know. We do. And it's so important right now, you know, in these times.
I want you to perform out here. I'm gonna set something up for you to perform out here.
Yeah, you have to set it up. I'm there. I'm there. You tell me what you want. I'm there. Yeah.
So we almost get ready to wrap up the show, man. This goes so fast when it's a quick. But before we go, there's two things I like to do before I get off. The first thing is, to all the people that are listening, your fans, family, whoever, what is a piece of advice you can give them to, you know, lift them up when they're trying to get started and do the same thing that you're trying to do?
I would say believe in you over anything. I think each one of us is given a gift. And, you know, if this is something that you want to do, believe in you. Don't give up. You know, everyone gets so wrapped up about, you know, oh, I don't have these followers, and, you know, oh, I don't have, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, what matters is the start and the journey. It's, you know, it's not a sprint. It's a journey. So you just stay committed to your craft. You know, you stay committed, you stay strong, you stay determined, you surround yourself with positive people who are doing the same thing like you. You know, you can't go wrong in that aspect. You know, if they're negative and, you know, they're totally beating you down, it's a constant negative, let that go. You know, you don't have time for that. You have things to do. You know, we're given one life. So make an impact, you know, while you're here, you know, and always just believe in you, never give up. You know, just believe in everything that you're doing and what's going to become of it. And the best thing is you don't know what's going to happen. You know, you don't know what can happen just based off of what you're doing every day. So just stay committed. stay committed to what
You know
you're
what
doing.
one thing I like that you said was, what's your gift? And Steve Harvey said this best. I love listening to Steve Harvey because he gives some very profound statements. And one of the things he said was, forget about your passion, forget about what you like. What is your gift? Because if that gift is something you can give back to the world, and he gave a story about this guy who was just cutting grass, and his friends used to pick on him because, he would be going to cut grass to make a little money, but now he's a multi-millionaire, owns his own landscaping company. He found his gift. That was his gift. And he mentioned this other guy who cut hair, and he used to just cut hair, to try to make some money. And then he started cutting celebrities' hair. He cut Steve Harvey's hair. They pay him a fortune to cut hair. He's a millionaire barber now.
Wow.
So
Wow. That's fantastic.
Right. So it's certain things that people do, that it's their gift because they can give back to the world, and people can see that gift in you. That's why I said when I, talk to you, you can tell, that what you do is a gift. It's not something that you just have a passion for. It's something that you give back to the world because people can actually have fun and enjoy what you do. So congrats.
Correct.
Yep, congrats on that because what you're doing is making a lot of people happy and people are enjoying a great performance and a great entertainment. So, congrats on everything that you do.
I truly appreciate that. Truly appreciate that.
Now, give everybody your social media information again so they can go follow you.
Yes. Follow me. I'm really excited. So yeah, I am. I actually just did. I didn't know like people would love it so much. I did a shake protein tutorial, and I was getting so many messages from people like, "Oh my gosh, what do you recommend for this? What do you recommend for that?" So that's great. But okay, so Facebook is Janita McCullough, and it's Genita. It's my first name, and then last name's McCullough, and that's McCullough. My Instagram is G space love, or you can find me under G the triple threat, and that's the letter GTHA triple threat because it embodies my dancing, singing, and acting. That's what I'm doing.
Right.
And then I'm on YouTube. And I'm on Twitter as well. Those are probably the two most ones that don't get as much attention, but I'm going to change that. I'm going to try and work on that more. But yes, you can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
YouTube. Now, give them your YouTube names that they can go look you up under.
YouTube, thank you. YouTube, I'm under G-Lit, G space L-I-T. And then you can also find me under Janita McCullough, but G-Lit. G-L-I-T. So yeah, I got videos and singing videos, and yeah, you guys, you're gonna be seeing a lot from me.
All right, then. I hope we do because you doing your thing. So congratulations on everything you have going on. Thank you once again for coming on the show. It has been a pleasure interviewing you. Sorry about the beginning. We had a few issues with the thing, but we are good. Everything is coming out great. This was an amazing interview. I have been wanting to interview you for the longest. I love what you're doing once again. Thank you. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready to get off the show. It has been a pleasure. Tune in 2 weeks. I will be back with the Bass Brothers. That's what I'm bringing on. They are an incredible film company that are doing some amazing things, and I get to mention a surprise that I'm involved with them. So that's going to be awesome. We're going to talk about that on the show. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you go follow my good friend Janita right here. G the triple threat, actress, dancer, singer, man, she's doing her thing. Go check out her YouTube. It is off the chain. G_lit or G-lit?
G_lit.
G_lit. So make sure
Yeah.
you go and check that out. You know, see some of her performances and stuff. She got Janet Jackson down packed. You just don't even understand. So you
That
go and
means a
check
lot.
her. And if you know someone who just love her performances and they just want to see her perform and they want her to come and perform, hit her up. Hit her up.
Right.
She's right there. But she ain't free, so don't play. So I will let y'all go.
Right.
And I will let y'all go. God bless. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace. Love.